Hi, I'm Courtney Lynn with the Upper Yampa Water Conservancy District. Welcome back to Fill and Spill, the Snowmelt Marathon, where we track spring runoff trends using tools on the Yampa River Dashboard. Today we'll be taking a closer look at the water year comparisons tool, which gives us a simple way to look at how our current year metrics are comparing to historic data. So let's dive right in on this water year comparisons tool. When we first open this tool, we'll see several filter controls that we can toggle to select a specific subset of data. For our purposes, we'll keep these defaults of minimum, median, maximum, and 2025 current year data. But know that you can scroll down and select for specific years all the way back to 2012 if you'd like to compare our current water year to any of those specific years. We also have a range of metrics that we can choose to look at in this tool. In contrast to our year-over-year comparison tool that we looked at last week, we can only select one metric at a time in this tool. And based on the metric that you select, you'll have a range of monitoring locations that you can choose to examine, which will be displayed in the map on the left and also in this locations bar over here. So today we'll be looking at SWE to start, and we'll look at the Rabbit Ears Snowtell station. We'll hit submit. And looking at the data for the SWE or snow water equivalent at the Rabbit Ears Snowtell station shows us that we hit peak SWE at about April 6th of this year. And we can see that this purple line on the graph, which is our 2025 data, is tracking pretty closely to that black line, which is our historical median data. So we're pretty close to average as far as SWE goes at this station. After that peak in SWE, we can expect to see an increase in water being lost as snowpack as it melts off into our rivers or is absorbed as soil moisture or is lost to evaporation. If we scroll back up and toggle the metric that we're focusing on, we can actually see the flow of this water into our streams. So if we go and select flow, we will filter out a different set of monitoring locations that will be displayed in this drop-down menu. And since we were just looking at the Rabbit Ears Snowtell station, let's choose the stream gauge on the Yampa River in Steamboat Springs. Hit submit. Looking at flow rates so far this year, we can see that our flows start to increase in late March here on that purple line on the graph. And we have hit one peak already at April 18th here, again on that purple line. Although our peak stream flow is likely still to come for the season, as we can see this graph trend upwards again. The important thing to see here is that we have this delay of about 10 days between peak SWE up in Rabbit Ears Pass before we start to see that melt off show up in the stream flows in the steamboat section of the Yampa. So this is a really interesting tool to get a better picture into tracking that moisture flow across our landscape. I hope this quick tutorial has been helpful for anyone trying to learn a bit more about how to use the Yampa River Dashboard. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the video or send us an email. We'd love to hear any feedback from you. And of course, be sure to follow us for more videos in this Fill and Spill Snowmelt Marathon series as we continue to track the spring melt off into the summer. Thanks.